Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today, and today's video is going to be, what if Izuku Midoriya was in the Undertale Royal Guard? So yes, I'm doing this video first today, and the second video will be what if Izuku Midoriya had determination as a just had determination basically. Okay, let's continue. So we start off the day when Izuku found out he was quirkless. And this is going to be another abusive Inko one. So, for a year, Inko has been abusive towards Izuku. Hitting him and beating him. Izuku had enough of this. And then went to the mountain that was told that no one can ever come back from. Once Izuku got there, he jumped in. And instead of jumping into the ruins, Izuku jumps basically towards Snowden. And Izuku is the 8th. Yes, I am correct. The 8th soul. The 8th child to be inside the underground. But Izuku's soul is not determination, nor any that the monsters need. Izuku's soul is known as love, the soul that monsters have. So, Izuku just wanted to meet his fate. And right now, Dogami and Dogaressa, I think that's how you're supposed to say their names, were patrolling when they heard a loud thud hit the ground. They rush over to find a child, a human to be exact. They can see this as an easy soul to take, but when they get into the battle mode, they see that he's only have 1 HP left, and his soul is not one they needed. They were surprised to see that this child has the soul of love, the soul the monsters have. And I'm going to retract on what they said during this part. Patrolling this area is just boring now. I can't. Just. What's wrong? I know that this is basically boring, and we don't get much recognition for this, but at least we are patrolling, making sure humans don't come near. I know, and then a loud thud appears. What's that? We must go now. And basically, the rest of the Royal Guard in Snowden, heard this, and they're heading their way. Once they all get there, they see a child, no older than 4. No, 5. This is a human. Dear, I think it fell. Yeah. Should we heal it so that Undyne can think we defeated the monstrous humans? And also, if you guys want to know what voice that was Greater Dog. And this is going to be Lesser Dog's voice. Yeah, I think we should really heal it so that we can defeat it. Now, Doggo. I really don't think we should. I mean, I can't even see the human, or whatever it is, but we should just kill it right now. Dogaressa goes down to gets her axe ready and in battle mode. When they see Izuku's stats, they are astonished about what it is. Level 1. Level 1. HP 1. Soul, the soul of love. Abused and betrayed by a family, wanting to kill himself. After seeing this, Dogaressa cannot bring herself to kill this child. Now they know one thing. but the humans would betray their own kind. Nagaresa puts her axe away and picks up the child. I cannot bring myself to kill this child. The rest are astonished and ask him why. Then they check his stats. They hear the same thing that she heard. I can't. We cannot do this. Hearing a child this young was abused by its own kind. It also has the soul of a monster. I really think we should keep it. Maybe, just since it has a soul of a monster, it might be able to learn magic attacks. Yes, but we need to have Asgore prove this. Maybe. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. But anyways, maybe. But, Dago, what is it? I can agree with them. We need to bring this dog to Asgore. Not dog. We need to bring this child to Asgore. See what he approves of this. Right. Now, let's go. We must tell Undyne and Papyrus about this. We have to hold a royal guard meeting. All of them nod at this, and they start running towards Snowden Town. They get there, and monsters are astonished to see a child. And in the royal guard's hands. Nagaresa is asking for help. If anyone has any healing magic, help, please, this child. As Groby comes outside, he says, I have some healing magic. Hopefully it will work. Groby heals Izuku, and now Izuku just feels warmth. As he just cuddles up to Nagaresa. Nagaresa smiles at this. This pup is so cute. As they continue on their way, they are stopped by Papyrus. Yeah, Royal Guard. What is that in? What is that? Dogami just says, it's a human Papyrus. We need to get to Undyne. Papyrus says, is it hurt? Nagaresa then just says, no, but it was abused by its own kind. Betrayed. Cast aside. Papyrus, hearing this, says, okay, let's go. Shut up! Is all that Papyrus hears from the others, because they're getting annoyed by how long Papyrus was Izuku's still unconscious, and they run towards Undyne's house. Well, Lesser Dog stays behind Undyne's house to tell her. Then the rest just head off towards Hotlands, and Doggo and a greater Dogger just go to Reggie 1 and Reggie 2 to tell them. Oh yeah. And Nagaresa just keeps on going towards Asgore's castle. Basically Dogami just goes towards Reggie 3 and 4 that have the rest of the Delta army behind them. They tell them what happens. They told them what happened, and Nagaresa just gets towards Asgore's castle. Because, and if you guys are wondering why are they telling other Royal Guard members, it's because they're going to have a staff meeting about this. Doggeressa, out of breath, is just crawling her way towards Asgore's room. Why is it so long? She stops and is able to get inside Asgore's throne room. Asgore senses that someone's here, looks behind him, and sees Doggeressa with a child. Howdy, Doggeressa. Why do you have a human in your hands? Doggeressa, still panting from out of breath, says, I was about to take their soul when I read their stats. It says that they were abused by their own kind and wanted to kill themselves, so they just went to jump. As we're astonished by this and sees if the child's alright. Now Doggeressa gets her breath back, says, yes, it's alright. Asgore, I was wondering if I maybe could adopt the human. Asgore asks why. Then Doggeressa then just says, look at its soul. It's a monster soul. The soul of love. Asgore checks and says, oh, yes it is. The first human to have this type of soul. Really weird. Then Asgore agrees to this. And Doggeressa just goes back towards Undyne's house where they're gonna have the meeting. So yeah. So that means Doggo, Lesser Dog, Great Dogamy, Doggeressa, Greater Dog, Papyrus, Undyne, Reggie 1, Reggie 2, Reggie 3, Reggie 4 are having a meeting. And if you guys do not know who Reggie 3 and 4 are, go look it up. Literally, they were unfinished canon characters. So yeah. Izuku wakes up and is startled when he sees Doggeressa's face. Seeing a humanoid dog can literally just terrify you guys. Think about it. And they are in a waterfall now. He jumps off and asks on what's going on. What's going on? Please, don't kill me. Doggeressa just hugs Izuku and says, it's okay, my child. You're gonna be safe now. As Doggeressa tells Izuku to, and a time skip to Doggeressa getting to Undyne's house. She then just says, stay here. I'll be back in a moment. As she walks inside Undyne's house. And they're all having a meeting on what to do with this new human that has a monster soul. Doggeressa walks inside. And the rest of the canine unit just asks if he's okay. Doggeressa nods at this. Yes, he is okay. So, after a few minutes, Undyne just says, fine. We will list him into a trainee of the Royal Guard. He'll be a trainee along with Papyrus. But instead of me training this one, I'm gonna have you as or in some cases me training. So you guys can go now. This meeting is adjourned. They nod and leave. Time skip to several days in the future, 10 years. Izuku is practicing his sword magic. And if you guys are wondering what do I mean by sword magic, I mean Izuku conjures up real swords, like the one you see in the picture right now. Izuku is training with Asgore. So yeah. Izuku keeps on training and training. And then it just and then he literally does a you know those floor sweeps with that people do with their legs. He does that and then Asgore just trips over and out on his bum. So Izuku, out of breath, thanks Asgore for teaching him all that he can know about sword magic. Asgore appreciates the gratitude that Izuku gives to him, and then says, you know, I always wonder if I can teach you fire magic. Izuku looks at him and says, fire magic? I guess I can try. Never actually tried to use fire magic. Asgore says okay. And then they start teaching, and then he starts teaching Izuku how to use fire magic. So yeah, after that, Izuku just runs home as Undyne and him are having a race towards Snowden. Izuku keeps on running and running and running, and yeah. So Izuku gets to his house and greets his adoptive mom, aka Doggeressa, and his adoptive dad, Dogami. They're happy to see Izuku, and then they just say that they're going out on patrol. Wait a minute, guys. So yeah, and also Papyrus was able to get into the Royal Guard as a sentry, like, you know, Doggeressa and Dogami. Then Undyne keeps on training Izuku. As Izuku, yes, Lord, that truck's loud. As Izuku is sparring with Undyne, he was able to use a blue and orange attack, knocking Undyne to her feet. Undyne is proud of Izuku and says, kid, you actually might be able to be a royal guardsman someday. Izuku tells her that she taught him everything he knows, and just smiles. Undyne smiles as well. Then we time skip 5 years later. Izuku is now 15, and he actually completed basically his training. So now Asgore and Undyne basically promote him to Royal Guardsman, and he gets the armor that you see right now. Izuku is just happy that he was able to become a hero to the underground. And also, basically, Undyne was able to be promoted to commander. able to be promoted to commander. What's the name of it? And as Izuku, basically no, Undyne gets promoted to general, and Papyrus is now captain. No, wait. No, Papyrus is commander, and Izuku is now captain of the Royal Guard. And there's also one trick that Izuku learned, a different type of magic that Izuku learned. Basically, if you guys heard of the Undertale Red video fan game, Izuku can summon the Delta runes. So yeah. As Izuku gets... So yeah, Izuku is on his patrol in Snowden. When Izuku, I don't know. Izuku gets a contact from Alphys that, and this is what happens. There's a human somewhere in the forest. They're killing monsters. Once Izuku hears this, Izuku just rushes over there. Well, let me think. Izuku does not have a helmet, so yeah. And Undyne contacts Izuku over communications, telling him to not contact the human, and instead to just evacuate all the monsters in Snowden. Izuku just runs back to Snowden and tells everyone to evacuate. Dogami, Doggeressa, Lesser Dog, Greater Dog, and Doggo walk outside to hear Izuku just yelling to everyone to evacuate. They go up to Izuku and ask him on what's going on. Izuku says that humans coming into Snowden killing monsters. When they hear this, they get ready to attack the human. Izuku keeps on trying to evacuate monsters, but some of them are just not really, wanting to go. And basically it's the same with Waterfall. A lot of monsters are not willing to go. Then Izuku keeps on running and running. They're able to get to Hotlands with the remaining monsters that are wanting to leave and get shelter. They got some monsters from Waterfall, Snowden, and Izuku especially checked if there were any survivors in the ruins. He found some baked pie and decided, might as well. He just took it. Izuku is on his way out of here, but he stops in his tracks when he sees what he was feared. He sees Doggo getting killed, Lesser Dog trying to defend, but getting killed as well. Izuku, hating the orders he's following, he just doesn't take action, not wanting to upset Undyne. He just follows the human. He follows the human on their way. Greater dog comes in enough to try to rescue lesser dog, but they both fail, trying to claim their soul, the soul of the human. Izuku, worried and knowing who's next, runs to try to stop them. But once he gets there, he just sees his mom look at him, then turn to dust as her axe just falls onto the floor. Izuku, seeing all the weapons of his family, just picks them up and gets ready to head on. On his way, he sees Papyrus, telling the human that they can just change. Izuku is hoping that they would just listen to Papyrus, but then it happens. The human strikes down Papyrus. Izuku runs towards the river and tells the riverman to get him out of there. But he was not able to find the one kid that he was looking for, Monster Kid. Izuku, now fleeing, hopes that Monster Kid will be able to flee in time as he heads to Hotlands. Izuku gets there and then gets there in time. Well, I mean, it took Izuku like an hour to get there. Izuku gets into Alfie's lab, and then Izuku just drops all of the weapons of his family. Alfie is scared now that the human took down the Snowden Royal Guard, Undyne's troops, and says that the human's about to fight Undyne. Izuku and Alfie just watch the screen. And also, Izuku's not really a monster. He basically looks like human, but he is a monster. But he has a monster soul. They just look at the screen. And they see Undyne fighting with all her might. But with one last swing of the blade, she just dies. Izuku, now being promoted to general, Izuku is filled with rage, but still honors Undyne's last command for him to not engage. Alfie asks Izuku what they're gonna do. Izuku then just says, "I'm following Undyne's last commanding order to me, to not engage." I'll collect Undyne's remaining pieces. Izuku wants to, but he knows that he will engage the human if he does. And says to get everything, to get the monsters, and to evacuate the Hotland monsters. He's going to Asgore and asks for Mettaton to come with him. Mettaton agrees to this. Alfie gives Mettaton a chip that raises Mettaton's defense and says that you will die without this. Mettaton installs the chip and just heads on. Alphys just says, "I'll fight to my last breath." As Izuku is about to just run towards the doors to get Alphys out of there, but Alphys just locks the doors as Izuku sees the human walk inside. And the doors are closing as Alphys is about to attack the human. The human kills Alphys. Izuku just is crying now as he prepares the last remaining royal guards. They ask Izuku what's going on. Izuku just says one word. Undyne is gone. Well, I'm not sure if that's... Well, that's actually not one word, so yeah. One sentence. So yeah, that's one sentence. Royal guards ask if Papyrus is still around. Izuku just shakes his head, looking at the ground. Izuku tells the remaining 4 royal guardsmen to head towards Asgore's throne room. They nod. Izuku just walks towards the throne room. As he tells all of the monsters to evacuate towards Alphys' lab, but go in from the front, not the back. But Izuku is about to say that when he sees that no monsters are there. Izuku smiles, knowing that the monsters are evacuated, but a few remain. They go through Muffet's place. The Muffet asks what they're doing. Izuku says, "Human on their way." And she can see the horror in Izuku's eyes as she nods. And then Izuku and the 4 main royal guards just run towards Asgore's castle, telling the Delta army to be prepared for a fight. The fight that they might not win. Izuku runs towards Asgore's castle. He gets there but enters Judgment Hall. He sees a certain skeleton. He sees Sans. Sans says, "I know what they did. They killed them, didn't they?" Izuku just cries and nods at this. As he walks towards Sans, he takes something out of his pocket and says, "I got this while I had the chance. I am sorry, Sans." As he gives Sans Papyrus' scarf. Sans puts it on and says, "If I don't make it, kill the human." Izuku nods and walks into Asgore's throne room. Asgore sees the royal guards with the weapons drawn and asks, "What's going on?" Izuku then just says, "A human is coming here to kill us. They defeated Papyrus, Undyne, Alphys. They probably defeated Mettaton as we speak." And as they speak, Mettaton is killed. Next is Sans. Izuku finds is Asgore holds the soul determination and says, people are almost here. No, he doesn't hold the soul determination right now. So, yeah. In the distance, they hear one thing. Pyrus, do you want anything but Pyrus? As they hear dust settle on the floor. Izuku has a tear in his eye. As the full royal guardsmen just walk out, says, sorry, General, we're gonna kill this monster. As they walk out, Izuku listens closely as he hears dust settle again, and again. Izuku gets reading that the monsters are on the way. Izuku tells Asgore that he will prepare the monsters to get out of there. Asgore nods at this. As Izuku goes, then here's one last thing as he's about to go to the as he's basically near the barrier. Basically 5 feet away from the barrier. Here's dust again. Angry, he breaks the promise that he made to Undyne and charges towards the throne room. He walks in as the child sees something they did not think would ever come. Izuku then just says, I will kill you, you dirty family killer. As Izuku holds out his hands, and then swords appear. Izuku charges towards the human. The human thinks that they're gonna be like Undyne. They slash, but Izuku blocks. As they start fighting, after a few minutes, Izuku strikes down the human and grabs their soul. Wait a minute, guys. Izuku grabs their soul and calls out to see if anyone's out there. He only hears he only hears the monsters that survived. Izuku is now crying, knowing he did not defeat everyone. Izuku walks towards them as they see sadness in Izuku's eyes, and they know Asgore has fallen. Izuku slashes open the jars containing the souls, as all the souls just combine with Izuku's monster soul. Nothing else changes of Izuku. But when he opens his eyes, there is only black, but white lines. White lines were basically, Undyne in the Undying, yeah. Basically, think of her. Think of Undyne's right eye. You know how it has a black and then a line? Yeah, basically like that. Izuku walks towards the barrier, draws a sword, and with one final slash, destroys the barrier. The monster's now free. They walk out, and the amalgamates as well. As the rest of the monsters just walk out, now knowing that they're free, Izuku is left behind in the throne room, just sitting there. Then he feels someone put a hand on his shoulder. He looks up and sees Greater Dog, Lesser Dog, Dogami, Doggo, Doggeressa, Undyne, Papyrus, Sans, Alphys, Metaton, Asgore, Reggie 1, Reggie 2, Reggie 3, and 4. And Toriel. And Frisk. They tell Izuku that everything's gonna be okay. To the world they wanted to go. Izuku sad by the distance and walks off, knowing that he will lead the monsters into a right path. Now, and meanwhile, heroes, cops, and everything else just see monsters walk outside of the forest. They hold up their rifles and tell them to get down, knowing that, remembering the legends about them. But they look weird. As they see a child in armor just walk out, but they don't know he's a child. They just see a helmet on. The helmet belonged to Undyne. They tell them to get back, as Izuku just reaches for his helmet and takes it off. The heroes tell Izuku to come over here, get away from them. As Izuku just steps in front of the monster and says, "Help. We are the last of our kind." They listen to Izuku, hearing the story of a child that killed almost all of them. And also, guys, if you guys are wondering how did Izuku defeat Kara, Izuku defeated them by using the Delta runes and his slashes with his swords. Skip 5 months. Grillbees is now back and running on the surface. As Izuku has the dust of his fallen friends and everyone else, Izuku found the thing called determination. Izuku, you put determination into the dust, but Izuku perfected it, only to give a little enough for a monster to come back to life. As Izuku freed all of them, now Izuku is on his way to become the hero of UA, the hero of the world, to bring peace to monsters and humans. Now the ambassador of monsters, of humans. So guys, I hope you guys liked the video today, And tomorrow I'll try to make what if Izuku Midoriya had what if Izuku Midoriya was oh, I know. I'll try and make what if Izuku Midoriya had Undyne's powers part 2. Another day after that I'll do what if Izuku Midoriya had the First Order as a quirk. So bye guys.